I've used this mask for 3 months and I've noticed a huge improvement in my skin. So I want to tell you guys about it. I want to tell you about something that's working really, really well for me and show you the before and afters and give you a bit of information on how it works, what I'm using on my skin, the makeup I'm using, etc. And then I want to dive into perioral dermatitis. So some of you probably don't even know what that is, probably haven't even heard of it. So I want to tell you all about that because I did suffer with that for like the last year, and I feel like this mask has helped it, honestly. So let's get into the video. Okay, so on my channel I love to talk about obviously luxury handbags and jewelry, but I also love to talk about skincare, makeup, you know, what I use on my hair, etc. So if you love watching that sort of stuff on YouTube, I would love it if you would join my YouTube community and hit that subscribe button below. Yeah, please subscribe. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Billy and this is billiexluxury. So in today's video we've got a little bit of a different theme for you. I would like to tell you about an LED mask that I have started using and have had amazing results with. I am not sponsored, I'm not affiliated with the brand, nothing. It's just something that I purchased myself, have been using and have found really incredible results from using it. So I did a bit of research on this mask. I was interested in the anti-aging properties of it. So I had sort of had it on my radar for a little while, right? I was suffering with perioral dermatitis. So I've had this condition for probably about a year now. I didn't know what it was to begin with. I just thought, you know, I was getting all these breakouts down here, all this dry skin, pimples down the side of my nose and all flaking dry skin under my nose. So it started in winter and I thought, you know, this is just flaky skin, dry skin, whatever, because it's winter. And then it continued on and then it turned into, you know, little white pustules down here. I had like pimples down here and I was thinking, what is going on with my skin? I didn't know what it was. It was really irritating. I found that I couldn't use anything on my face. I had to really like take off all my actives, stop using basically anything and just literally use like natural face wash and baby moisturizer on my face because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was happening with my face. It was like red raw. It was really painful and irritated. Every time I'd put makeup on, it would just like flake off in chunks. It was actually really, it was really starting to get me down, honestly. I didn't know what it was. So I did a heap of research and then finally I figured out that it's perioral dermatitis, right? Here I was thinking, I'm 37 and I've got acne. I've never had acne in my life. I've never had skin issues in my life. Before being a nurse, I was actually a beauty therapist. So, you know, I've looked after my skin my entire life and I just didn't know what was happening. I thought, is this like midlife acne? Like, what is happening to my face? You know what I feel like actually brought on the perioral dermatitis, to be honest, I think was my last lot of anti-wrinkle injections. Because after I had that done, I had a lip flip done. And those of you that don't know, a lip flip is when they inject a small amount of anti-wrinkle injection just here above your lip and it sort of flips your lip very slightly. So it's kind of a trick if you don't want to get lip fillers to just very slightly flip your lip upwards a wee bit without having to inject your whole lips. So I had that done and then I got on this side a really big sore. Don't know if you can see, there's still a bit of a scar. So I got this big sore and it didn't go away for ages, for like legit like 2 weeks. It was a big scab and it looked like a cold sore. Now I've never had a cold sore before, so I was like, what has happened? Like, I've had anti-wrinkle injections and now all of a sudden I've got a cold sore that I've never ever had before. You know, I've had anti-wrinkle injections for years and years and years and I've never had anything like this happen. I've had lip flips done before and I've never had anything like this happen. So turns out it wasn't a cold sore, it was perioral dermatitis starting out. So this particular injector uses blue claw hex, so I am a little bit sensitive to blue claw hex when I have it used on my face, and he just, you know, kept wiping, inject, wipe, and I really honestly think that that's what caused it because I didn't have any issues before that point. So then I have this huge flare up of perioral dermatitis and, you know, what looks like a cold sore and pimples everywhere, and I just didn't know what was happening with my face. for like 6 months. It just kept being irritated. I just couldn't clear it, and I just didn't know what to do. Once I figured out what that was and I started treating it and I took the course of antibiotics, I then was looking into LED masks. So I don't know, you know, I'm not a doctor, disclaimer, not a doctor, can't tell you if this, you know, is actually a legit thing, but I honestly feel like the Omnilux mask helped clear up my perioral dermatitis in conjunction with sulfur wash. Now, honestly, since I've been using this mask, my skin has changed. It looks amazing. I haven't had anti-wrinkle injections for probably almost a year, and I feel like I look younger now than I did when I got them, you know? So the one that I got is this one. I did a heap of research before I purchased this mask, as I do with any single thing that I ever purchase. I research, I read reviews, I look at before and afters, and I was happy with the reviews that I read on this. So I went ahead and purchased it directly from the Omnilux website. They do offer 10% off if you, I think, sign up to their mailing list or something. You give them your email address and they send you a 10% off coupon. So I did do that and I purchased it. Now, it's a bit of an outlay. It's like 500 and something Australian dollars. And to think, is this even going to help my face, is, you know, a bit like, it's a big outlay when you don't actually know. So today I want to show you guys a heap of before and after photos that I have taken. Now, I purchased this in the end of October 2022, and now it is like mid-January 23. So I'm going to show you a heap of before and after photos of my skin when I first got this and now. I took some photos after using it the other day, directly after using it, before putting on moisturizer, and then after putting on moisturizer. So I'm going to also show you those photos too. But just to show you sort of how this came and what it comes with and how it actually works. So it is FDA approved, which is nice. It is made of like silicone, so it's bendy, which is awesome because it contours really nicely to your face. Now, Omnilux makes this contour one, which is for anti-aging, and they also make a clear one which is for acne-prone skin, which has the blue lights. So the anti-aging one uses the red and near-infrared lights, and the acne one uses blue light, which is supposed to be antibacterial. So obviously 37 fine lines and wrinkles is my concern, so that's why I purchased the red one. Now, what it comes with is, which I was really impressed with actually, because I'm in Australia and we have completely different, you know, plugs than anywhere else in the world. So it does come with a variety of different adapters to suit which country you're in. And they interchange on the charging port, which I just thought is absolutely genius. This here comes off. Right, this is where your button is. You plug in your charging cord on this side and you plug in your mask on this side using just a normal USB size. So when you are charging, you cannot have it attached to your mask. You need to unattach it and then charge. And as you're charging, there's 3 little purple lights that come up here, and once all 3 of them are showing, it means that it is fully charged. So it takes sort of about 6 hours-ish to charge, so it is a fair amount of charging time, but then it lasts probably lasts me like a week before I have to charge it again. So this on-off button, I haven't even peeled the sticker off. Let's peel the sticker off together, hey? So this one button, super easy, turn it on, it stays on for 10 minutes, it's on a timer, and then it turns itself off. And then you've done your 10 minutes, and that's all you have to do. Silicone bendy. Now these are the lights. So as you can see, there is heaps and heaps and heaps of red and near infrared lights on it. So we'll just turn it on so you guys can see actually how bright it is. So it's actually pretty bright. And there is a heap of lights on here. When you put it on first thing in the morning, it's really bright and it kind of freaks you out, freaks your eyes out a bit because you're not used to all the lights. So some people say that they do wear it first thing in the morning, but I don't, because I just feel like it's too much for my eyes. I generally put it on after I've had a shower, after I've cleansed, got out, clean, dry skin. Don't put anything on your skin before you use this mask. and then you can apply your moisturizers, serums, eye creams, whatever after. So literally I get out of the shower, I put this on 10 minutes, and then I can put my creams on and I'm good to go. I feel like when I've used this, as soon as I take it off after the 10 minutes, my skin looks better. Like, I can genuinely tell the difference straight away when I take it off, right? Okay, so to put on, I keep the top Velcro already done, generally. Right, and then I put it around the back. Ooh, and turn it on. And this is how it looks. This bit is bendy, so it doesn't dig into your nose. And it just sort of contours to your face. Obviously, the closer that you have it to your skin, the better. So the straps need to be fairly tight on your face. I mean, you're going to look ridiculous. I look completely ridiculous when I'm wearing this. When I first got it, my 3-year-old was so scared of me when I would wear it. She wouldn't come near me and she was really freaked out. But now she's used to it and, you know, it's fine. Another little tip that I have for you guys is you can buy a neck and décolletage version of this Omnilux Contour, but I just use this on my neck and décolletage because I don't want to go and spend another, you know, $500 and something to buy another one that specifically fits. I feel like, it does the job perfectly fine. So what I do is I turn them outwards and then I stick it down my shirt and I rest my chin on it. Obviously there is a couple of areas that don't have lights, right? But I mean, if you move it every single time you wear it, I don't think it's going to really make that much difference. And then I turn it on and I just sit in front of the TV like this. So that's a little hack for you guys if you don't want to buy a separate neck and décolletage version. You can also get a hands one, but I mean, you could use this on your hands as well. You could use it anywhere on your body. I mean, I've used it here before. At the moment when I first started, I didn't use it on my neck and décolletage, but because I've seen such great results with my face, now I do this every time as well. So 10 minutes face, 10 minutes neck. Neck is easy while I'm just sitting there watching TV at night. Super, super easy. This is how you use your adapter. So this is our Australian one. It simply slides on and clicks. And then to change it, you just need to push this button down and slide off. And then you can interchange it with any country's plug. So let's get into the before and after photos. So when I first got this mask, obviously my skin looked terrible with the perioral dermatitis, and you know, so I was a bit down on myself because of that. So I took a heap of before photos with no makeup on, clean skin. I will show you them now. And then after using for 3 months, I took some photos the other day. So I did it on clean, dry skin when I got out of the shower. And then I took some more photos after I'd put some moisturizer on. Now the difference between the photos is, as you can see, I have a heap of sun damage on my cheeks. A lot of freckles that I didn't have beforehand. And that is because it is summer now in Australia and I've been swimming like every day. And even though I wear sunscreen every single day, I still get a heap of freckles. So you can see in this picture that I have a heap of sun damage on my skin, but I genuinely feel like my skin looks amazing now. The more I use it, the better it looks. And as soon as I've taken it off, I feel like my skin looks better. So, I mean, if you can do it in the morning before you put your makeup on, you sort of glow all day, but I just find that really difficult with time constraints in the morning, getting ready for work. I don't have 10 minutes to wear my mask before I'm putting my makeup on, you know, because you have to put your moisturizer on, and then you have to wait, and then you have to put your sunscreen on, and it's just like, it's too much time in the morning. I don't have time for that. So I've tried to go in really nice and close around the crow's feet on my eye. Obviously I've got makeup on now, and you can see I have fine crow's feet around my eyes, and I have small wrinkles here, but I feel like it's really improved from what it was when I firstly got this mask. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that it's made a big difference to my skin in 3 months, or do you think it kind of looks the same? For me, honestly, I feel like the more I use it, the better my skin gets. When I firstly got it, I used it 5 days a week, which is what they suggest. And then for maintenance, it's sort of like 3 times a week. I just kind of use it whenever I can think of it now when I have a spare 10 minutes. So probably at least 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week I use it now just for maintenance, but I feel like my skin looks amazing. So when you first get it, you have to be mindful that you can't immediately put it on. So this was really disappointing to me, right? I got it in the mail, I opened it up and I was like, yeah, I want to use it straight away. No, you can't use it straight away. You have to do a patch test first, because some people's skin will react to the light and they could get a rash or, you know, any sort of irritation. So you have to do a skin test first and wait 24 hours. So I did it like on the inside of my arm, and then I had to wait 24 hours before I could use this mask. So that was super annoying, but obviously that's, you know, what you're supposed to do, just to make sure that you don't put it on your face and something happens to your face and you end up with a rash. And nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants a rash. Okay, so in order to learn about wavelengths and how this even works on our skin, we first need to learn about the different layers of the skin and the thicknesses of them. So the very top layer of your skin is your epidermis. So your epidermis is comprised of 4 to 5 layers of epidermal cells, right? So it provides like a waterproof barrier to your skin. It's the very, very top layer of your skin. This can range from 0.05 millimeters thick to 1.5 millimeters thick, depending on where in the body it is. So the skin on your face, known as like your thin skin, especially around your eyes, would probably fall into the 0.05 millimeter category. Okay, so your dermis is your second layer of skin, and it is 1 to 4 millimeters in thickness. And then your hypodermis is made up of subcutaneous tissue, and it can be 1 mil thick to 3 centimeters thick, depending on where in the body it is. Your absorption of the red and infrared light really depends on where in the body it is and the underlying structures. For instance, bone, muscle, tissues, fluid, blood vessels, organs, etc. So we're using it on our face, so really we don't have to worry about a lot of that. If you were using infrared or infrared saunas, obviously that is different depending on, you know, all the internal structures in your body. So the studies into these sort of masks have shown that wavelengths 610, 630, 650, 670 nanometers can absorb between 4 and 5 millimeters into the skin. So that is for the red light part of it. Okay, so for the red light, wavelengths of 810, 830, 850 nanometers can absorb into the tissue's maximum depth 5 millimeters or 2 inches. So in order for the mask to treat the skin, it needs to be able to be absorbed deep enough into the skin where the problem lies. Like, why do we even use them? So basically, what they do is they increase your blood flow, they increase your collagen production, and they act as an anti-inflammatory within the skin. So as we know, the skin loves light. LED, red and near-infrared lights create a really positive effect on the skin. Some lights are good, some lights are harmful. Ultraviolet light, for instance, very harmful to the skin. Blue lights kill bacteria in the skin, so that is why they use the blue lights in the acne mask. So some lights are amazing, some lights are not. We need natural sunlight to create vitamin D. We need it, you know, we need light basically. So there's different variations of different lights that treat all different problems. So the Omnilux mask uses the 2 different wavelengths. So in the red they use 633 nanometers, and in the near infrared it works on 830 nanometers, which provides optimal light absorption into the skin, into the deeper layers of the skin, to treat fine lines, wrinkles, and sun damage. In our 20s, our skin starts to lose volume. Our collagen and elastin begins to break down, sort of giving us that thin, sagging looking skin. Sun damage exacerbates the aging process. Important to note that Omnilux uses medical grade LED lights. Not all LED masks are created equal, so make sure you do your research before you purchase one, that it is FDA cleared, they use medical lights, and that they are at a wavelength that is going to be effective, because a lot of them sit at a different wavelength, and I mean, if they're not going to be absorbed properly, they're not going to do anything for your skin if they can't reach deep enough into the skin give you any sort of benefit. Now I want to talk about what I use on my skin since having perioral dermatitis and clearing it up. So I've just started to introduce actives back into my skincare, and there are two products that have completely changed the game for me since I've had the perioral dermatitis and it's cleared up. So I'm going to show them to you. So the first one is this. So this is Kate Somerville Sulfur Cleanser. And I feel like when I don't use this, I notice a difference on my skin straight away. The other one that I have been using is a Mecca Cosmetica Broad Spectrum UVA UVB Skin Perfecting Sunscreen. It's called To Save Face and it is SPF 50. So this is the other one that I use. And then the active that I use on my skin is actually Retrieve Cream. So this is the Retrieve Cream in the 0.05%. So this is the Retin-A that I use. It is a prescription. You do need to get it from your GP. I have used it for years on my skin, and I use a moisturizer over the top. So the one that I have been using for a moisturizer since, you know, this issue on my face is Cetaphil, right? So on these areas here where I was getting the perioral dermatitis, I literally just used Cetaphil baby lotion. And I only discovered this because I was really irritated one day and it was really sore and painful and raw, and I was like, I tried everything that I had in my house. I tried steroids. Don't use steroids on perioral dermatitis. I had tried, you know, antibacterial cream. I tried literally everything on my face, and then I was like, I'm just going to put some baby cream on it, baby body lotion, because I don't even know what else to use. So I got some of this, I put it here and it didn't irritate. And so this is what I have been using in that area ongoing. Very simple. The Retrieve Cream I do not use on the area that I had the perioral dermatitis, right? Don't use it there. I simply cleanse with this, put moisturizer on, put sunscreen on in that area, because I don't want to irritate it. I don't want to bring it back, you know. So while it's healing itself, I just use the bare minimum, and then I use the Retrieve Cream all over the rest of my face. And the Retrieve Cream has been completely fine using the LED mask for me. Obviously not a doctor, not a dermatologist, don't know actually medically speaking if that is what you should do, but that's what I've been doing, and I feel like my skin is glowing. So the next thing I want to show you is just the makeup that I have on today. So I have Estee Lauder Double Wear on in 2W2 Rattan. And then I have the matching Double Wear Stay in Place Matte Powder 2W2 Rattan. So I have, you know, these two. And then for eyes, I like Charlotte Tilbury Rockin' Kohl Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil Bedroom Black. So this is just a little bit of eyeliner. And then for my mascara, I love Too Faced Better Than Sex. I haven't found a mascara that's better than this one. I have bought this one over and over and over and over again. Same with the Estee Lauder. Usually I try something, I'm like meh, and then I buy something else. But these two products I have used for years. And then on my lips, I have Too Faced Lip Injection, which is like a plumping lip gloss. And my lips plump. Yes, yes, I think they are. That's a little bit of info for you guys on my Omnilux mask. I think it's working after 3 months. I noticed a huge improvement in my skin, and I just wanted to come on here and give you guys my opinion, my unsponsored opinion, and let you know what's working for me, what has helped my perioral dermatitis in particular, but also, you know, my fine lines around my eyes I've noticed a huge improvement on. So I wanted to share that with you guys. It's a big investment, but for me it's worthwhile. You know, do your own research, look at the pros and cons, and, you know, work out for yourself whether you think that this is something that you could benefit from or not. But I definitely am benefiting from it. So that's my video today. Hope you enjoyed something a little bit different on my channel. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and join my community. I generally do videos, unboxings and reviews and things like that on luxury purchases, but I also love, you know, skincare and makeup. So I do like to talk about that a little bit on my channel as well. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.